Okay, we got this one plugged in. This is the one, man came and he bought a used valve from me and put it on, and he told me the hot water side had busted open during the freeze and it sprayed up in here, so when he put the other valve on, it wouldn't do all kinds of weird things. So what we need to do, without hooking it to water, we are going to put it in diagnostic mode and see what's going on. I kind of think that we may be having a problem with the control board because of all the water they got. So let's test all this. Alright, put this in service diagnostic mode. First you have to plug it in, which we got, and hold this button down. I start on 12 and you turn it to 6 or 7 clicks, release the button, and see if it'll go in service diagnostic mode, and it does, which is a good sign. So let's test. We don't have it hooked to water, but we can test the valves. We hear them humming. Let's do the hot water valve. I can feel it. Yep, and I can hear it humming. So the hot water valve's working. Cold water valve. Yep, I hear it humming, but I don't feel it. Looking, it's working. Fabric softener dispenser, spray rinse, we could do all that. We need to hook it to water for all that. Let's see if the pump's working. Pump is not working. Well, that's a recirculation pump. Drain pump. Yeah, drain pump is working. Lid switch, let's try that. With it down, rinse your flash, with it up. Spin your flash, okay, that's working. Let's try spin. I hear the valve open twice, which is a good sign. Lid locks. Pump comes on and it's spinning. Ah, but it stops. I heard it squeak. So I'm thinking that belt needs. Let me check the agitate. Let's try the agitate. And if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm getting these lights to come on here. There's 4 lights. Push the button. No, we're still locked. Let's clear out. Okay. So let's go back up here. And let's turn over to agitate. These 4. See what we can get. She's agitating. She only agitated a little bit though, and then stopped. Let's turn this back on to spin again. We might have a bad motor speed sensor, or it could be because of the spinner of these three lights. These three. The lid should lock. Squirt water. Lid locks. Lid lock. Now we'll listen for the spin. Shifted. Start the spin. Oh, it's shut down. So it's either the motor speed sensor or the belt is slipping. I would say probably the motor speed sensor. So let's clear all this out. Yeah, I think it's a motor speed sensor because it should not have unlocked with it spinning. So let's change the motor speed sensor. I think I have one. I'll order some more of those. Now, this would be a number 10. Take these rascals here off. Sometimes you have coincidences happen. So he broke the water valve in the freeze. And now he brings it to me, and this is happening. We're thinking that it might be the control board. No, I don't know. It could be the control board got messed up and caused this motor speed sensor to short out some kind of way. It's possible. This belt. Oh yeah, see that belt? Belt needs changing. So this man needs a motor speed sensor and a belt. Or he may just need a belt. The belt may slip, and if it's slipping, it could cause the motor speed sensor to overspeed. And in this situation, you know what would work good? A brake cleaner. If I have some. Right there. Woo. I want to get high. Got all kinds of trash in there. Pulley. Let's try the belt first. Yeah, my brake cleaner works really good to get this oil off. Okay, and let's get a belt for this thing. I think it's a 538. Let's try that. Well, let's go with a 538. Oh. Yep. Let's try the belt first, and then we need a motor speed sensor. We will try that next. Let's just kind of put this out of the way from the ground and retest. See if we can go full spin. And if we can't, we know it's a motor speed sensor. So, hold this button down, 180 degrees, 7 clicks. Wait for it to click, click. There it goes. Now we need the soap, wash, and rinse lights to come on. Push the button. Water valve should open. Twice. Lid should lock. It did. Starting to spin. Look at there. Ah, motor speed sensor. See, it quit. So we got to change the motor speed sensor. But it needed a new belt too. We know one thing, that belt's not slipping. It's a tight belt on there. Let me see if I have a motor speed sensor. I should have some. There's one. Oh. Yeah, it's one, but it's the wrong kind. Wrong kind. I thought I had motor speed sensors. I know I ordered some. What if I got them in the truck? Right. There's a rotor speed sensors there. Ah, no. Alright. If I got a motor going on it. I need a GE motor. There's one. Yeah, this is a bad motor, but that's a motor speed sensor that I need right there. I'm going to be able to get that off of there. How do you hold on to that shaft to get that off of there? You tell me. There's no way I'm going to be able to hold that. Okay. I might be able to put a screwdriver right there. I need to order some motor speed sensors. There's another one right there. Well, I'm going to have to use that here in a minute. I need to get this one off of here. I need to pick up right there. Slide backwards. Good deal. Don't need that anymore. Get rid of this belt. I wonder if I can take that off and change it just like that. I might be able to without pulling that motor up. Okay. Slide that off. Need to pull this little tab out right here and push that in and pull it out. You can do it. There it goes. And then this will slide on like that and push down. Put our pulley back on. And don't forget to tighten your belt tight. I mean your pulley tight. Alright, let's try it one more time. .180 degrees, wait for the lights to flash, turn soap, wash and rinse on, push the button, valves open twice, lid locks, start to spin. So far so good. Got a low speed spin. Start ramping up, and it is. So it was the motor speed sensor, no good. So anytime you try a spin test on these and it starts to spin and maybe spin for 2 or 3 seconds and then just shut down, this is probably the problem. And they make 2 of these. There's one that's cheap and there's one that's very expensive. And one thing you can do, if you have one and this interface isn't on it, it's going to be the expensive one. But you can take this interface off of the old one, cut the wires, no, what am I trying to say? No, cut the wires on the old one and use the interface, take this interface off and splice these wires, the same color code, splice those wires using the old interface and the new speed sensor, motor speed sensor. So I would say we got this one fixed. However, before we let it go, we need to test it on the test rack, because we know he changed the water valve, and we don't know if the water valve works until we put water through it. We'll do a speed wash, testing that one for the third time, I think. Using number 10. And let's hook all this back up. It's amazing. One dog starts barking and they all bark. You don't even know what they're barking at, Wally. There was an episode of Andy Griffith one time. Andy's sitting out there on the front porch of the evening, and I think Opie and maybe Barney and maybe Andy's girlfriend. He said, "You want to see something?" And they said, "Yeah." He goes, it's just as quiet as can be. He goes, "Woo, woo, woo." And every dog in the neighborhood started barking. And I've tried that on a couple of occasions too. It works. Dogs bark just because another dog's barking. All right. So I got a belt and a motor speed sensor. And let's see how far along this one is. Oh, it's just on the rinse stage. Let's stop this. Let's cancel it all together. Let's see. Let's just go drain and spin. So that we can. I'm pretty sure we know that one's fixed. Let that spin out. And while I'm doing that, I'll go in here.
A few moments later.
Let's work on this one. A lot of trains going through today. Feel any drips. And we got to plug it in. We got time for a speed wash. Oh hell. There we go. Let's do speed wash. We can do a medium. Cold. Warm. Cold is working. Hot is working. And warm, you use both valves. Alright. What we'll want to do with this one is cut this interface off of it. This is the part that's bad. So we keep this because we may need it some other time. This motor is good. What are you barking about? What you barking about? We'll come back after a while, see if it's fixed. So we did a speed wash on it, worked fine. These clothes came out, spun out real well, and I think we fixed another one. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. See you later. Chips out.